Is it working? Okay. Hi guys! Come back to some more Disco Elysium. We are continuing to investigate this case while also collecting junk like a responsible adult with our bag. And I wanted to see if I can try
Does Kuno care?
the who is Kuno.
Kuno, pig.
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third-person perspective as a shield.
Distance
Kuno
yourself.
doesn't do that smart shit. Don't throw that book shit at Kuno. Kuno knows you're lying, trying to get Kuno hooked on the book.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you! Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
Everyone can hear. You need to get the hell out of here before.
Just answer the question.
He's digging his dick out!
Escalate, Kuno! His dick is out! You're afraid!
Pig's in here, Kuno! Somebody, please!
How did we get here? How did this happen? This
Yeah,
makes
we
no
can do
sense.
this.
There may still be a way out. Just appeal to his reason.
Ah. Fuck. Gotta do it again.
You didn't shut it here. How did this happen?
Get him!
This makes no sense. There may still be a
Oh!
way out. Just appeal to his thump. The blow
Smack.
connects surprisingly well, leaving your knuckles tingling.
What?
Think we can have a normal conversation now. Am I right, Kuno?
Officer, this is very far from normal police conduct. Get yourself together.
You punched the child. Yep, we
Okay,
did.
pig.
Something happened. The punch made him
Kuno
calmer.
knows to respect that violent shit. You should see Kuno's dad. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about anything.
The creature behind the fence has fallen ominously silent. Only her eyes are alive, jumping from actor to actor.
It is very sad that basically it's only violence that he respects.
Okay, pig. Talk to Kuno. We're back in this shit. The fuck do you want?
And now with empathy, we can try to figure him out. Oh my god, but that takes 8%. Okay, we need to increase our empathy, but I do want to do that.
You're dreaming, pig. That's not how this shit works.
A little, but don't expect anything to change.
Don't let him dominate you, Kuno! Fuck his fat ass!
Kuno doesn't...
Alright, we'll be back, but I think that's good progress. If we can call him that.
This trash container is locked. It's just a trash container. Your fingers start to itch just looking at that padlock.
How do
We
I
could
get
try
it open?
using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage, or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar
Interesting. Alright. That was pretty good. Guess we can check out the bookstore. See what's up in here.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly rows and rows of Heimdall men blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Heimdall and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Heimdall, Return to Heimdall. And the solipsistic Man from Heimdall and the maybe
How many
100.
are there?
Man from Heimdall and the sages at the end of not even close.
Okay.
Man from Heimdall in hell. Man from
Any
Hjelmdal
of the
and
books
the
called
Forest
out
of
to me.
Slaves. Man from Hjelm, a twinge at the back of your head makes you flinch. Your eye starts twitching.
What
Your
is it?
hand reaches toward a book with glossy cover
Oh.
art of the
Oh,
very
my
muscular
book!
man from Hjelmdal in chains, kneeling in front of a staircase leading to a throne. A woman sits on the throne, leering at the man. Between the throne and the Hjelmdaler man lies a bonfire, casting shadows on the wall. The shadow
Hjelmdal.
of the woman's headdress looks like a pair of devil horns. The title reads, Man from Hjelmdal and the Devil Woman.
Tall woman, devil woman. Oh, smack.
The display rack before you is burdened under piles of Man from Hjelmdal novels.
Yeah, with this
Oh,
muscle man
Man
books.
from Hjelmdal. A very popular series of adventure novels. They're awfully immoral and violent books. Blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. They're bound to grab those with little imagination and nothing to do.
Somulken, hi, welcome to the live stream. Books for those with little imaginations. Sounds good. Which one
What
should I
does it
start
matter?
with?
They're all the same. However, the customer is always right, they say. If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Hjelmdalaman, the man from Hjelmdal. It's supposed to be a good introduction to the series.
I think I want the devil
It is a
women.
bestseller for a reason.
You've acquired an interactable item. Invest.
It is expensive though.
The edges of the pages are worn and smudged. A lot of people have read about the Devil Woman's altercations with the Hjelmdal
Where are
man.
the women? In the book?
The jacket copy proclaims, Man from Hjelmdal returns in his most
The
exciting
good-looking
adventure
ones.
yet.
In the
After
book!
crashing into a strange jungle, cannibalistic natives abduct his only surviving comrade, Noble Tyribald. Before Man from Hjelmdal can mount a rescue, he is ambushed by a tribe of female warriors and taken to the ancient citadel of Cloud City, where a mysterious and wicked queen rules supreme. Will Man from Hjelmdal be able to escape
Can I read
his
the
dire
book in my
situation
sleep?
and find his missing friend?
Maybe. Maybe you can. Hasn't pulled off expressions yet. Ah.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are
Hey,
numerous
board
types
games.
of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise. An endless variety
Wirral-related.
of source books, lore books,
I
and
go
codices
sleeping.
litter the table.
Have a good
The
night, my
topmost
friend.
book is titled
Thank you for joining.
Working Compendium, 2nd edition. There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Katawak, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a Pick Your Path adventure game book titled Tales of Wirral, Cavern of Velkrag. Books in a board game section? Who wants to read books?
Anything that
There's
really
a box
catches
that
your eye?
says Wirral, 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplements module. The side panel notes, a fantastique adventure board game. New maps and miniatures. A
25
sticker on it
real?
displays That price is steep, but then it's the 3rd edition Mega
Fucking
Setting Supplement.
hell.
Nonsense for anemic Beano-clads.
Wow, the fucking Chad inside you saying like, this is such a virgin thing.
Wonderful board games, sir. The Viticulturist is a classic for sure, or perhaps you'd like Archipelagos of Insulinda, a very educational game for those interested in geography. Browbritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while. You have games
Monopoly.
for the whole family. You can play with your children.
Who would want to have children with me? Kids, friends, chicks, I have all
Then
of
you're a
those.
lucky man, officer. Children are the greatest of treasures. For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations. It'll
Sounds
cost 12
familiar.
real.
What about all this
Lousy
Wirral?
auras there. No, role-playing games are popular among those types. You know, who are into those kind of things.
What?
Personally, I don't like it. Not at all. I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts.
Oh,
But
like
they have
D&D?
rituals where they try to summon entities. Highly immoral stuff. You can still buy them though.
Fucking shit. Okay, interesting. I'm gonna need a lot of money for that. Let's check out the place before we talk to her.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only. Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you, urging you to buy more books. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become. You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish. This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams, curses, and other supernatural scourges.
Seminese?
Inhabitants of Ile de Fantôme, the Seminine Islands down south. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do.
Just in case.
The curtains tattered with. Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice.
Oh
Sir,
shit.
don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
I must investigate beyond the threshold. Is this about the
No,
curse?
it's just a storeroom for the employees, I told you. Now please step away from the curtains.
I'm calling.
You do? My God, even more reasons not to mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear sir. Thank you.
Talking is always good. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you.
Rip
as
them
if
apart
taunting
this
you.
time for real. We'll definitely do that.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen.
Dick
A couple of spook novels hide amidst all the detective books. Thrilling crime fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes
Turned
of the
French there for a
arduous everyday
moment.
work of actual police officers. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. What's
yep.
more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives. Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on You see Dick Mullen on the job. Get Me Mullen. The Stalwart Adventures. A killing is declared.
Right.
Dick Mullen in the murder house. The final case of Dick Mullen. An obvious lie.
The murder
Dick
of
Mullen
the
in the clock. Oh no. Turns out he faked it to solve a case.
Damn.
Yes. There's also The Dame Who Did It. Farewell, my Mullen. Faking death seems to be a common trope in the Mullen series. The morbid tales of Dick Mullen. A dark tide turns. Tragedy calls for Dick Mullen. Another one with fake death. And,
Oh
of
my
course,
God.
Dick Mullen, the murderer. In order to catch a murderer, Dick Mullen must become the murderer. After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is Dick Mullen?
Who
Your quick eye
is
notices
Dick
a small
Mullen?
caterpillar crawling across the spine of a book. The title reads, Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity. A worn paperback from Dick Mullen's classic Hard-Boiled Phase. The premise seems to be that Dick Mullen is framed for the murder of his best friend and has just a few days to prove his innocence. Could it be the motifs of unstable identities and shocking betrayals?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, crime, robberies, murders, even sexual crimes. We're fortunate to have Dick Mullen and his stories to sort all that out. You're a police officer, apparently. You should buy
All of these, right?
They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
If you say so. Giant brochure. Tome of Fascist Magic. Okay.
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol,
Hey,
and a
nice.
map of Martinez. The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the River Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms and construction. To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. This is Revachol East. Hudon, it's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forberg. It's almost as bad and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst. It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is. North of Jamrock. The strip of coast next to the Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor. It looks downright despondent. It's almost Coal City, to be honest. This large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of small dots on the light blue emptiness of the Insulindic Ocean. The largest in the northeast is La Caillou. You are here. Another far away in the south, Ozon, Laurentide, Fas à la Mer, archipelagos, North Arcade Islands. All just specks of dust on the vastness of the Insulindic. On the edges of the map, the color fades into a blur of dotted lines, disintegrating into mathematics. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou in a bookstore. It's you.
Ah. Can you see cities on
You
the
can.
islands?
On Caillou, Revachol, a single black star. On Ozon, Fondelier, and Vilmandu. On archipelagos, Croyan Moran, Villiers. On Seminine, Olduvai, and on Laurentide, Deora of the Seven Seas. 850 million people live on these little dots.
That's a lot of
oceanic
people.
world of culture and commerce torn apart by history. The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, all pointing into pale nothingness. Windy is the north azimuth. Grad is the northeast azimuth. Samara is the east azimuth. Seol is the west
Fuck are
azimuth.
azimuths?
Isolas, they're called. Connections to other worlds. Words past the Insulindian, unknown to you. You only know you've never been there. You have little idea what they are. Distant stars, gods. But looking at them makes you feel almost non-existent. Whatever they are, the Isolas are immeasurably large compared to you, and very, very far away. Perhaps they are gods. Gods of distance and outer dust. It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it, drawn from an isometric perspective. A date in the upper right corner says 48. Still, it's detailed. Could be pretty useful for scouting ahead. You see the jagged boxes of an industrial harbor, even the whirling in rags there.
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them. They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
Yeah, I seem to underestimate my resources. Why is the...
That old thing? It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be. From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago. They also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps.
The place does not look like a successful tourist trap, does it?
They didn't
Nope.
get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going.
We can
Would be
steal
nice if
it.
someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
We need interfacing. I think we have items that can improve interfacing. Oh, we already have it equipped, do we? The gloves. Damn. Yeah, let's give it a try.
The maps look old and faded.
Yoink!
Just slowly
Ah.
Perhaps not. It's against RCM policy to
Ah.
The maps look old and faded. You peek at. You're now the proud owner of a map of Martinez, which, to be honest, did not even cost that much.
That's so petty. Why did we do that? Oh
The
my
worn map
god.
features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to appropriately touristy locations. Year 48 resides on the upper right corner. Your finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Ghislain and Rue Saint-Cypar, over Saint-Brun and Martinez North, finally coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself.
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal and select the Map tab.
Journal and select the map. What? Have an actual map? Oh, look at this! Nice. Oh, and everything that we interacted with, it's over here now. Oh, that is very cool. And it tells us what we need to do. Mirror, electrochemistry, impossible, endurance, legendary, suggestion, medium, interfacing, challenging, physical instrument, challenging. Could try to wake up the dock worker again. We have higher physical instrument now.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature. Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about
Wholeness, unity, and balance.
These three things are very important to the working class mind. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services.
Right.
It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to, and which costs more than this book, is garbage and would only give you cancer anyway, without even curing your cold or anything.
That's not...
Wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything. Though it is important to note, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place.
Yeah, about that.
The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium.
Okay, that's
even lists
good.
plants you can harvest magnesium from. How to continue drinking if you're an alcoholic who has destroyed his liver.
Useful.
There's even a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition of using duck gallbladder preservatives to treat and prevent sexually transmitted diseases. Pre and post factum apply. Nothing worth buying.
I agree.
Sir, please, no browsing in that shelf. That wisdom is not for free. I can't have you end up, like, opening a police store next door and stealing my customers. Oh no!
What? What do you mean?
The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety. Browsing through all the
Right.
books with all their names makes your head spin. None of these seem important or relevant. It's all just vapid egoism. Suddenly, a particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatraz, by one Cecilia Averbrook. High Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history. One of them is the madcap driver, Jacob Irv. His blonde mane graces the cover. Next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called the Anti-Star. He's famous for shooting morphine into one of his eyeballs and cocaine into the other.
What?
Next to that, Revacholian radio personality Guillaume Bevy stands in front of a rundown drug den. He's a permanent fixture on Channel 8, reporting on real-life crime and ruining cops' days.
I really
Right.
must insist you buy one of the books. Reading them is not for free. Do still browse though, but not too long. I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead. Take your time. Time is commerce.
You little...
I would say... The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to innocentic power.
Innocent... wait. Who or what is an
A
innocent?
very influential historical figure. But surely I don't have to tell you that. You're a law officer, and law officers have at least some education.
You might be
The book
surprised.
is also very daring. The author aims to re-examine the universal understandings of the innocentic system, creating a fresh vantage point and a shift in the tired order of things.
So you
Certainly,
recommend it?
it's prudent for a person to have at least an elementary understanding of history and society. Imagine the chaos we'd be in otherwise.
You feel like you should get this one. Definitely. It's important somehow. There's something personal inside.
Fine, I'll grab it.
True cultural touchstone. Enjoy the read.
And then how much was this one? I'd have to
Shelves
spend
filled to the-
all the money. Maybe later.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance.
Plaisance.
Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
Can you give me some money? Oh god. Just literally go in and beg her for money.
Sir, don't be ridiculous. I certainly will not give you money. I would be doing you a grave psychic disfavour. One has to earn one's success, even if one is a police officer. Handouts are nothing but manipulation. All they do is make you dependent.
Certainly there are good things to be said about dependence.
I'm a powerful feudal lord, demand tribute. To forge ties between us working people, a good practice for fighting our common enemy. Imagine a cop walking up to you and asking for money. It is pretty bad.
Now, hey there. Sounds like someone isn't taking responsibility for the energy they bring into this space. Fighting enemy. My philosophy is everyone just getting along.
Fine.
I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
It sounds familiar. You've talked to her before through the doorbell. Oh, right. That's interesting. Where's update about those curtains? No one standing outside the door.
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl? Wonderful. Did you talk to her? Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her? My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
I'm here to dismantle the free market and abolish child labor. Ho ho ho! She looks like she can take it, but it's actually wearing her down. You know, she's been biting her
God.
nails.
I've told her not to do that. It's such a disgusting habit. She'll get over it. Anxiety is a part of life.
I don't think she can do anything about
She
it.
can, if she has enough willpower. This is what's called growing pains. Life isn't easy. Life doesn't give breaks.
Come on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary burden on a young child.
And obviously the will of the market. Maybe make an
She
exception for her
stands
and the
stiff
stuff.
and severe, silently fuming. 10 or so seconds pass without change.
Damn.
She's looking for one, but there simply aren't any good arguments for being an asshole.
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologize. She must be freezing out there. There. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to
Nice.
teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress.
Nice. Well, that was pretty good. Sir, some of these are so out of pocket, you'd swear Kovac was on the writer's team. Yeah, they're pretty good. Oh, she doesn't go to
She's
school.
been too busy helping me here. So she studied at home this trimester. This is a temporary solution, of course. I assure you, I of all people understand the importance of education. She will be back in school the moment the store takes off.
And hell freezes over. Never mind. It's not a good topic to get into.
Yes, my husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter. Soon we'll both be off for Grand Couronne. It's a proper place to live. One of the most peaceful neighbourhoods east of Jamrock. You may know it for its massive housing projects. Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. It's a great opportunity to get ahead of the crowds. Better times ahead for sure.
My husband's also involved with the
He made the
bookstore.
initial investment. Since then, he's been what you might call a silent partner.
Super silent. Almost inaudibly so.
Oh,
Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... No, we couldn't have afforded more children, really. Not in this economy.
A glimmer of sadness blinks through the well-crafted exterior.
We're quite busy people, you know, my husband and I. Quite busy. Children are a lot of work. You don't look like a father, so I don't expect you to understand.
Oh, I understand very much. I can't blame. It is a big discussion, you know, that's been going on recently in the politics and all that with the dropping fertility rates and everything, and it's so thorning because fuck, I want to reproduce as much as anyone, I think, but yeah, it's hard being a parent.
I'm sorry. I'm sure you do understand.
The woman looks aloof, her features much softer. Occasionally she glances at her daughter's.
I want to buy a book.
You were already doing good, browsing the shelves. Why'd you stop? Don't you feel compelled? Go, go. Get back there. The books await you. Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself. The shelves compel you, don't they?
I already
She
did.
smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
Okay, what's up with the
I already
curtains?
told you. It's just a storage room for employees. I don't understand why it's so important to you. Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn to the books.
She's so tense,
Oh.
it's a miracle she hasn't snapped in half yet.
If it's just a storage room, why does it have a Semenese word protecting it?
It's just for decoration. Okay, fine. It's just because this place is cursed, just like everyone said. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined everything?
Host of hosts, she prays. Guard me and my honest business venture from the curse that lurks behind the curtains.
How does this
The
curse
curse.
manifest?
Is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation.
What
It's
the
the
fuck?
curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy.
Mentioned the previous tenants have
It's
experienced some
not just
financial
that, officer.
trouble.
We're dealing with something supernatural here. It's the cacodemons feeding off bad business practices and
Cacodemons?
disappointing income statements.
What?
There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here.
Have you sought help from anyone?
Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists, and even a pair of Simonese mediators. They provided me with the wards.
Hmm.
The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building, even though now I fear it's not enough.
Could investigate, see if the curse is real.
Most certainly not. I don't want anyone who's not familiar with the psychic arts to get involved in this mess. Stay away. Leave the spirits be, so they can return to their slumber.
My liege, you know what this case calls for? A
Oh.
para-detective. Slither up to her, you silver-tongued fiend.
Yeah.
Show her what world-class perfidy looks like.
Handled paranatural
Are you sure?
situations before.
Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before.
Returned from the
You're
void.
no para-detective. You look nothing like one. And you're clearly a drinker. Pardon me for being so
Aw.
blunt, but
You look like one.
Nah.
The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook.
Sensor drinks the spirits in order to contact the void.
how do you know all this?
Here we go.
Here in this place, the Simonese blood also runs through me. Void Revenant. I have the power to deband all bad
You're part
energy.
Simonese. Oh, it means our meeting couldn't have been mere chance. The hand of fate guides us, but I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You are certain you can help us? Keep us safe? I can't allow any collateral damage to hit us.
He'll vouch for
Oh,
me.
certainly so, ma'am. I can assure you my partner is eminent in this particular field.
If you promise, good officer, then you might be our last hope. Do you swear it?
On my honor.
There's one more thing I haven't told you about yet. The entity.
Do not act surprised. You know of these things, sire.
The entity, of course.
You have? The entity takes the form of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you know that she lives inside the chimney?
The passage between heaven and hell,
Yes,
of course.
That chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's enormous.
We're just
She has
bullshitting our way
barricaded
through
herself
this
behind
one.
some metal security curtains. God knows what she's doing there. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. What is the source of this curse? Here's the key to the warded
Ah,
door behind
nice.
the curtains. Oh, and please do return to me after you've looked round. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse. What you discover in there.
What you discover? Probably just some office space.
Nah,
Don't be scared.
farewell now, book peddler. Alright, that was very interesting.
Magnesium-based life
Oh
form.
yeah, we finished our thought.
We tell them, hell no. You're about to become a magnesium-based life form. The age of the primitive carbon man is done. No longer must
+2
mankind
to
rely
volition.
on slow-working background radiation to take us further into our genetic destiny.
But we lose one logic? That's not good. Forget requirement. Ah. Requires skill points to forget it. Volition is good, but Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't like the fact that we tanked our logic. It, it started with a lot, obviously, from our intellect dude, but yeah. Oh yeah, she did take out the girl. But we had something to chat with her. Oh, there she is.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't talk right now.
Out of the rain and into the gutter.
Huh. Right.
Math. It's really difficult. Like, really. They say you need it to get rich. Better than standing outside in the cold, I guess. Oh, I found something while you were away. I thought this would fit you. Like, thanks for
Dick
helping me out.
Mullins hat.
Not me. The city, I
Hey!
mean. Like a detective does.
Detective
Yes,
hat.
just like the one Dick Mullen wears all the time. You'll look way more serious with that. Right, I have to get back to my homework now. Before Mum notices. Man.
Let me see. Ayo, nice. Well, our encyclopedia is already maxed out. I don't think we need more skill there, and we kind of need the extra reaction speed, but still pretty good. Oh, and hey, now we can take more hits of morale before just collapsing over and dying. It's also pretty good. Oh, this place is all...
Wait, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
near
You
something.
don't really know, do you? A
Vague, blackened
image
knowledge.
doesn't sound like
Losing
somewhere
morale
you
kills
could
you?
stay
Yeah.
if you run out of
You
money.
do lose the game if you lose all your morale. Have a breakdown.
You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
Oh my god. Lonesome factual return. That actually increases our encyclopedia. Fuck yeah, let's do it. It's gonna take a while, but... Ah, look, it's Northern Lion.
Can I help you?
And I thought you could only die of depression in Elden Ring. Yeah. Trash container in the back
Why?
yours?
No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. Prod at it and find out.
Running even your leftovers from the
Callous?
poor.
What are you? Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked. The Whirling in Rags is not special in that regard.
Krasmazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a historical materialist. He was
Ah.
a leading figure on the Grab side of the Centennial Revolution, where he headed
Karl Marx.
Mazov is considered the father of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or Mazovianism.
Yum yum, tell
He
me
killed
more.
himself.
Oh.
What are we talking about? Was this not about the trash container?
Was there something you wanted? What for? Mazov? Are you planning to nationalize my trash container?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
Yes.
Yes, have you got it?
Can I pay with this check?
You must be joking, right? You come here, trash everything, and now you try to pay with a novelty check? This isn't a game show. I'm not going to accept it. You owe me cold, hard money. I want to see that money in the palm of my hand. Every single cent.
You can cash it in at the local fleet near the harbor gates. though it might not be enough to cover it.
A lot. A lot. Like what? I was rarely enjoying talking about the money you owe me.
Yeah.
What thing?
Mess hall is reserved to the
Yes, not
union.
the whole damn union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
We should find out who this loud faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even men on strike.
You glance at the clock on the wall behind the manager. Huh.
It's after 16. Why isn't everyone in the mess hall?
Good question.
They're probably getting drunk or protesting something somewhere. Or laying low after the, lynching. They probably fucking killed that guy or something, and that's why.
I have a feeling we'll make their acquaintance sooner or later.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Going to sing
Absolutely
karaoke.
out of the question.
Absolutely in the question.
Oh yeah.
First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit. Your
Yeah.
audience is ready, sire.
Oh my god, we are gonna do it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know how or when or what, but we are gonna do it. And yeah.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
Pretty
Attaboy.
long.
It's
Drink
coming
a
back
clock.
to him. You had your mesolimbic reward pathway worried there, not thinking about drinking all that time. It was like you weren't yourself.
Like drinking hasn't turned out so well.
Maybe you haven't turned out well for your drinking. Have you thought about that?
Oh,
Get
he
the
got me
goddamn
there.
Rum and lemonade into yourself, boy. Or better yet, lick that stain off the counter.
What the fuck? Lick it, don't lick it, but only a little. What the fuck? Please don't.
What happened, man? You used to be cool. Go get your boring normal person drink then. Get your drink on and your act together.
What in the name of the actual ever-loving God? It's time to end it. There's just so much. But yeah, well, I think we're making progress at least. I don't know. I feel like we're doing. In any case, hope you all enjoyed watching. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll see you next time we're going to make. It has stopped working. Bye-bye.